guys, and welcome back to my channel once again. Today I have for you something I haven't done in a long while, and that is a book haul. So I live in Arizona, you guys know this, and I turned the fan way down for you, so you don't hear that annoying zzzz. But now I'm gonna die. So I have done a lot of book shopping this past month and a half-ish. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it and show you guys what I got. So the first two books that I got, I have already read, but I purchased them solely because I want to collect them all. And that is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, and then Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So this is one, this is two. I'm gonna go all the way to the end, but you can see that the spines actually make up Hogwarts. So when you get all of the books, it makes up this scene of the Hogwarts castle, and I just really wanted that. So, plus I think the artwork on these is beautiful, so I picked both of those up, even though I've already read them. So the next two books that I picked up were Leviathan, this little guy, and Behemoth. And these are both steampunk novels. I'm pretty sure they're like that steampunk genre. I picked these up, still got the little receipt in this guy here. But honestly, I just thought that they looked super interesting, and I've been hearing a lot about steampunk lately, so I'm just like, okay, what is that? So here I am, trying it out. So I'll just read you the premise of the first one. Obviously, the second one's gonna be like a follow-up to that. But it says, choose your weapon, beastie or clanker. Alec is a prince without a throne, on the run from his own people. He has only a fighting machine and a small band of men. Darren is a girl disguised as a guy in the British Air Service. She must fight for her cause and protect her secret at all costs. Alec and Darren are thrown together aboard the mighty airship Leviathan. Though fighting side by side, their worlds are far apart. British fabricated beasts versus German steam-powered war machines. They are enemies with everything to lose, yet somehow destined to be together. So, looks like they're gonna have some romance maybe going on in here. And it's kind of like a war era thing with machines and beasts. So yes, it is by Scott Westerfeld, didn't say that before, by the author of The Uglies. So I did pick up this, and I am super excited to start reading both of those. Okay, I also did pick up two books by Liane Moriarty, and if you don't know, she is one of my favorite authors ever. So I did get the 3 Wishes, and this is just about, I guess she has some triplets and they've got some issues going on in here. So it says, Lynn, Kat, and Gemma Kettle, beautiful 33-year-old triplets, seem to attract attention everywhere they go. Together, laughter, drama, and mayhem seem to follow them. But apart, each is dealing with their own share of ups and downs. Lynn has organized her life into one big checklist. That sounds like me. Kat has just learned a startling secret about her marriage, and Gemma, who bolts every time a relationship hits the 6-month mark, holds out hope for lasting love. In this wise, witty, and hilarious novel, we follow the Kettle sisters through their tumultuous 33rd year as they deal with sibling rivalry and secrets, revelations and relationships, unfaithful husbands, and unthinkable decisions, and the fabulous, frustrating life of forever being part of a trio. So, that's just about triplets and their life together, basically. And then this one is going to be Big Little Lies. And I'm super excited about this, so I'll just read it for you. It says, a murder, a tragic accident, or just parents behaving badly. What's indisputable is that someone is dead. Oh snap. Madeline is a force to be reckoned with. She's funny, biting, passionate, and she remembers everything and forgives no one. Celeste is the kind of beautiful woman who makes the world stop and stare, but she's paying a price for the illusion of perfection. New to town, single mom Jane is so young that another mother mistakes her for a nanny. She comes with a mysterious past and a sadness beyond her years. These 3 women are at different crossroads, but they will all wind up in the same shocking place. Oh snap. So basically this sounds kind of similar, honestly, to the triplet one, except it's not triplets, it's just 3 ladies. But anyway, I loved her book, The Husband's Secret, so I picked up some more of her books, and I'm super excited to jump into those. So I did go and see Me Before You, the movie, and I didn't read that book, but I did want to read something from that author. So I picked up this book, The Ship of Brides by Jojo Moyes, and it's about a bunch of brides from Australia who are fulfilling their promises to wed men just after World War II. So it's super interesting sounding, and plus I just loved the colors on this, so I picked it up, and it was beautiful. So that is why I got this. Super excited to read that. Now, next I picked up 2 graphic novels and I am absolutely obsessed with them. So I did jump on the Suicide Squad bandwagon and I actually picked up Harley Quinn Volume 1, Hot in the City. And I already read this. I did not super enjoy it. Just not like the writing style of the authors who wrote this one. And some of the art in here was kind of like, what the heck too, because the way they did it, they tried to have a bunch of different artists like collaborate, and then like they threw in different stories and then they were like, just kidding, and it was frustrating. So I will be keeping this because like, hello, it's beautiful, but I don't know if I'll be continuing with the series. We'll see. And then next I picked up Volume 2 of Saga, and this is what turned me on to graphic novels in the first place. So I already had the first and the 5th book, but I did pick up the 2nd one in a recent trip to Barnes & Noble. So this is just about like a bunch of nations who are at war. Well, basically it's these 2 main nations who are at war, and one soldier from each side falls in love, and it's basically about their family and trying not to get killed by the armies who are looking for them. So that's what this is about. It's really, really good. Very graphic though, hence the name graphic novel. So I wouldn't recommend it for like children, but it is really, really good for like, you know, you older people out there. The next book that I picked up is A Fierce and Subtle Poison by Samantha Mabry. Really, I was just drawn to the cover of this book. It's stunning, so colorful, so awesome, just 600% in love. So this was a book about Puerto Rican folklore. Pretty sure it was Puerto Rico they were in. I'm gonna double check before I post that. It's basically just about this girl who is poisonous to the touch, and even to be around her is poisonous to other people, and just kind of what happens with that. There's a couple of murdered girls and disappearances, that kind of thing. I was really intrigued throughout. However, I don't know if I would like recommend everyone go pick this up because the ending was a little bit strange and some of the plot was just a little bit like, what? But it was interesting to read, and I just mostly picked it up for the cover, but it was really, really interesting. So this next one that I picked up is The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. I just finished The Hobbit, actually, so there's that. But I picked this up because if you don't know, Lord of the Rings is like my jam. I actually have a Lord of the Rings tattoo. The movies I have watched like 6 jillion times, but the only Tolkien book I've ever read is The Hobbit. And that took me a year to read because holy crap, it was so descriptive. I almost died during the first 2/3 of it. I'm sorry about it. He's a wonderful storyteller, but oh my gosh. But I picked up this book because I am planning to read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and The Return of the King is actually my favorite movie, so I figured it would be my favorite book as well. But I wanted to pick this one up, plus Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn is just everything. So yeah, so I picked up this one, and then I plan to get the matching set. And I was actually really excited because the bookstore that I went to, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but this little Tolkien symbol is silver. So they have a silver and a gold edition. So the silver has a certain set of scenes and characters, and then the gold edition has a different set. So I do plan on getting both sets. I know that's excessive, but I'm a Lord of the Rings junkie, so there's that. And then next, you guys are probably gonna laugh, but I got this. And it is Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All Deluxe Essential Handbook. So I definitely jumped really hard onto the Pokemon Go bandwagon. And this is basically just a book with lots of information about the different Pokemon, where they came from, the different moves they have, how you pronounce them, basically everything in here. So me and my boyfriend have looked at this several times, so there's that. But definitely do not regret this purchase because it's great. Okay guys, we are getting down to the nitty gritty. I have 3 books left. So the first one that I have is Dean Koontz, What the Night Knows. And I just love Dean Koontz. I've read one of his books, which is crazy to me because I have like 4 of them, but I just haven't gotten around to reading them yet. So this is the book that I picked up this month. I don't know what it's about really. I just picked it up because it's Dean Koontz. But it says, in the late summer of a long ago year, a killer arrived in this small city. His name was Alton Turner Blackwood, and in the space of a few months, he brutally murdered 4 families. His savage spree ended only when he himself was killed by the last survivor of the last family, a 14-year-old boy. So this is the first time I'm reading this, and this is like super intense. I'm like already hooked. Okay, so half a continent away and 2 decades later, someone is murdering families again, recreating in detail Blackwood's crimes. Homicide detective John Calvino is certain that his own family, his wife and 3 children, will be targets in the 4th crime, just as his parents and sisters were victims on that distant night when he was 14 and killed their slayer. As a detective, John is a man of reason who deals in cold facts, but an extraordinary experience convinces him that sometimes death is not a one-way journey, that sometimes the dead return. Of all his acclaimed novels, none exceeds What the Night Knows in power, in chilling suspense, and in sheer mesmerizing storytelling. Basically, Dean Koontz is like the best ever mystery thriller suspense writer. Yeah, and I think I watched this for mine and my boyfriend's like first official date kind of thing, or wherever we hung out, whatever. We watched Odd Thomas on Netflix, and that is a movie based off of a book by Dean Koontz. So if it's still on Netflix, watch it, because it is so good, and it gives you a hint of what his like books are about, without, you know, making you have to sit and read them, because they are hefty little guys. Like, they are hefty. So there's that. But anyway, I have 2, well, technically 4 books left for you guys. So the first 2 books that I have are Flowers in the Attic and Petals on the Wind by V.C. Andrews, and this is actually the book I'm currently reading. Well, I'm reading Flowers in the Attic, but it is amazing. It's basically about this family whose parents had a very dark secret, and the father ends up getting in an accident and passing away, and it's basically about what happens to the family after that. And basically it's kids getting locked in the attic and all of these secrets coming out, and it's just really tragic. So I started reading this, and I got so hooked that I went and picked up the second little combination guy. Apparently there's 5 books, but I've got the first 4. And this is If There Be Thorns and Seeds of Yesterday by V.C. Andrews as well. So I've got these 2 huge hefty books here, and I am obsessed with this series. So it is really good. So that is all of the books that I've picked up. I definitely will not be purchasing books for a while here, because that's just a ridiculous amount of books that I need to get through. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what some of your favorite books that you've read recently are in the comments down below. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Stay batty.